one take. We are not redoing this.
We cannot redo this.
But as I was mentioning, though, my marathon run on Godhead.
Yes. So you got.
I get to the final boss, and I'm like, all right, you know, we can do this. I can finally beat this game tonight. You know, everybody, that bastard, friggin'
Jade,
all the girls,
Yara.
Everybody was sitting there. They was cheering me on. They was getting into the story too, and they're like, "Yeah, let's do this. Let's go."
Did you have the single or double Buddha palm? I think you had the double Buddha palm.
Yeah, I had the double Buddha palm.
Yeah.
And I was facing off against this screen-filling boss. We are talking straight up Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Onslaught second form. All you can hit is his head and his hands, right? I'm rocking it. I am doing my thing. I have gotten into the flow. I've gotten into that battle trance.
You've unlocked the God Hand.
The God Hand. And then, out of nowhere, this large demon hand just comes around, and it's like a record screech. I paused the game, set this thing down, and then, if you were walking outside the door, all you would have heard was me shout, "Did this motherfucker just flick me?"
Satan fucking finger flicked
Satan
your
straight up
shit.
Galactus style dead fingers you just whack.
You know, sometimes something so out of the fucking insane happens that Ace will stop and say, "Okay, I'm done." It sucks out all the Ace mojo. And that wasn't a time, because I thought you beat it that run.
I know, I got back on it and beat it.
But it was still a moment where
we stopped for a good hour and a half and just continued to crack up. We were a pack of hyenas.
Satan just got finger flicked by Satan.
Yeah, Satan just outright dead fingered. Just boop, like a booger.
My rage, my heart, and all my sorrow. God finger. Oh shit. This is that kind of a game, but that wasn't the only time something so outrageous that it was just this game is. But you were able to roll with it though, still, literally in some cases.
But this game is built on outrageous nonsense.
But once again,
it is offensive and ugly in the most beautiful of ways.
It is the rule of cool and the rule of badass personified, and there are reasons why we use this game as the benchmark, as the platinum standard, as a 10. Now, I think we've actually covered just about
covered everything. Price point, audio, visual, story, gameplay, the chunkiness of the gameplay.
Hey, let's end this whole thing out with the song. Let's just do, because let's not even tell them what it is. It's just something. It's a particular song that's close to our hearts.
No, you'll
hear it in the outro.
You'll hear it in the outro.
Well,
but let's just go ahead and rate this bad boy. I think you already know what we're going to rate this, but still, you need to hear it.
What if Ace? What if after playing this game and talking about it, we've uncovered? No, I can't even joke around about that. I think the only flaw we've covered is a couple of no-clipping issues.
Yeah, a couple of collision detection
and it's hard
issues.
as fuck. Oh, boo-hoo. I've been playing Dark Souls. I don't give a fuck. I'm looking forward to Dark Souls too.
It's hard as fuck. Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja? Why are you looking at me for? I'm just a tutorial. That's level 1. Reach up. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Ego Raptor for you. But all I'm saying is,
playing through this game, revisiting it is making me glad that I now have 2 copies of this game.
All I'm saying is, there is nothing I can bring up to neg this outside of, oh god, oh no, it's one little bit of no clipping. The characters are characterful. The personality is a motherfucker. They have a succubus character who dances around a fucking stripper pole.
And seriously, yeah, I mean, if you guys thought Elvis, alright, the bastard love child of Luis Guzman, Rufus, and Akuma.
Yeah.
If you thought Elvis was bad,
you should see the rest.
You need to see the rest of the cast. You need to go out there on the PSN. You need to put down the $9.99. Get this game.
It is
make
worth
it a part of your library. Make it a part of your
life
as a game.
It is worth it. So
worth every penny and then some. If I had the scratch, I would have bought it day one.
So, Wonder Twins power activate. Form of score is 10. Fucking 10. Don't you ever fucking look at me like that again when we are talking about God Hand and you think we could even possibly give it anything under a 10. We can revisit this shit 2 years from now, you know, in season 20.
We can revisit this bad boy 10 years from now.
We can revisit
with like
this
the
next
freaking
year.
PS6 or something.
This game, as it stands, not fucked with, no remastering, no, hey, let's add DLC, no, hey, let's switch shit up.
I mean, if this game was going to be remastered and at the very least just like having everything smoothed out,
that'd be about the only thing you could do to make this. And even then, I would give that our very first 11. That would be the very first Hooliganz 11. That would be it goes one number higher. 11! But as it stands, we must settle merely for perfection. This game is perfect. This game is perfect and is useful for setting a standard against games that aren't even of the same genre. This game is why we play video games.
It's got the intuitiveness, it's got the fun factor, not just in the controls, but in the game itself, in the content.
And when you learn how to get those...
It's got the fun factor in the music.
Oh god, yes. When you start getting into the context-sensitive attacks, that's when you start learning where you can attack to do certain shit. The stinger. Because I remember when I was playing this...
When you start getting deeper into the meta...
Yeah!
I've always been of the opinion that Dynasty Warriors, when you get into the meta, when you dig deep, you'll find so much more meat, so much more flavor, so much more to savor, so much more content than just the mindless button mashing and eventually hitting triangle, which it can be on the surface. But with God Hand...
you have 3 attack buttons, technically. You have 3 attack buttons.
You have 3 attack buttons. Square, triangle, and X.
And a jump.
Circle for your context. You don't even have a jump.
Oh, that's even...
You don't have a jump. You use the right stick to evade. You use the face buttons for your attacks. You use the shoulder buttons to turn around, to trigger the roulette, to trigger the God Hand. You make use of everything, but all in all, what it comes down to is that visceral, immediate connection.
I hope you don't mind me making
the game.
I hope you don't mind me making a generalized statement. But this game really is ahead of its time. I don't want to be pretentious. I don't want to be that kind of a pretentious asshole where it's like, oh, this is so awesome. But no, this is fucking ahead of its time. They did a combo lab from Remember Me where you're stuck doing the combos they want you to do. They didn't do that to us with this.
Oh, we'll be talking about that in the Remember Me
review. And we liked Remember Me. I'm just saying.
No, we'll be going into detail on that. Actually, you know what?
I just noticed they have a level die right there. Those are the different levels you've hit.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that next week.
Oh, yeah.
Next week is going to be our Remember Me review. The review that we initially wanted to start this season with
and then
will be episode 3.
Yeah. But you know, this game, there is probably even more. I wouldn't be surprised if there is more to it than what we've even brought up. But for what we've brought up, this game, and folks, my hooligans, my niggas, my metal maniacs fed on the cosmic rays of alien overlords.
Nerds, nerdettes, and fellow gamers all over YouTube if you are watching this right now.
This is the game that we keep talking about. This is the game that we base, anything we do from here on end. The shit that we did beforehand.
Everything we've done before, everything we will do since.
From Season 0 to Season 2, Episode 1, we have based it on this game. And now, not everyone's gonna like this game. That goes without saying. Not everyone has to like this game. But do understand, the points we've brought up are valid as a motherfucker. Do understand why. And that's what we're trying to do here, I believe. We're trying to explain why God Hand is that incredible to us. And yeah, that is the word for it. Incredible!
I mean, we obviously have a bias towards this game. But this bias doesn't just come from nostalgia.
It ain't no goggles here.
It comes from analysis. It comes from experience. It comes from, again, being able to revisit the software and
it stands the test of time.
being able to revisit the software and do with this what I intend to do with the Salty Runback review from episode 1 into perpetuity.
Yeah.
To measure how well this weathers time itself.
And you know,
God Hand weathers it with grace and panache.
This is the Sophia Loren of video games right here. For real.
This is the Nichelle Nichols.
This is the Eartha Kitt, I would even say. Hey, don't you eat that. I'm not Ace. Don't y'all motherfuckers look at me funny like that.
The Eartha Kitt, the Barbara E.
Yeah, this is a game. This is the Sean Connery. This is a game which has, throughout the years, only gotten better as we get older. There's always something new to remember. I'll
just lay it out right here, right now. I will just say it. This game is our Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Patrick Stewart.
The Bald, the Picard, the Xavier,
the Ball Pit.
Again, that sort of unique flavor, that sort of unique personality that Patrick Stewart has on stage and off.
Yes.
That is what God Hand distills into polygonal essence.
And good polygons I'd like to point out. I mean, yeah, you could always say, well, they could always make it look better. Well, yeah, they could always make it look better. But is that going to make the game better? The game will still be the game. And that's the beauty of it. That's the absolute, utter gorgeousness. Just the beauty of this game. I know he's going to give me a look at it. You know, no, I would liken this game unto art. I really would. Yeah. You know, some people would say that video games aren't art. Some people say they are art. If we're going to talk about art, games as art, this game is it.
Art, by its definition, evokes emotions
and that's
from the viewer.
You're going to remember this shit. You're going to get mad. You're going to get happy. Like what you were saying earlier. The initial rage followed by rapturous joy. You know, I got the same look, or I got the same feeling when I saw fucking Le Mort d'Art, you know, the first time I saw The Death of Arthur. You know, it was like a beautiful fucking piece, and there was plenty of emotion there.
Because, again, going back to what we said earlier, like respects like.
Yeah.
Game respects game. And again, with the kind of connection between the player and the game that God Hand creates through its interface, through its story, through its presentation, you find out very quickly that if you do not approach God Hand with a certain level of respect just for the game itself, without a certain level of knowledge that your first drift is going to be rough.
Yes! Like I just want to throw it out there. First level, first day, first mook, demon.
Yeah.
And I survived.
If you don't approach it at the very least with that kind of respect, you will wind up getting burned by this game.
But it's a harsh mistress.
That is probably one of the only reasons why I can see why people don't like. There are people out there that don't like God Hand, because they played it and they played it and they couldn't handle the difficulty, and they didn't realize in time. They didn't give it the time.
But you know,
to realize that the difficulty flows with you.
But I hate to jack a environmental saying, but you know, it's kind of like when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time? Right now. And you know, maybe people did get burned. Maybe there are those haters. And yes, haters. I hate to use that term, but where it's true, it's true. Maybe there are people who hate this game simply because they found it difficult. Well, there are plenty. There seems to be a surge as of late of people flocking to this game. And good. I hope they do. I hope this game makes money in a way that Platinum can party like fucking politicians out in Las Vegas. You know, right now, with their balls out.
And in a way that even Capcom will finally have their collective heads crowbarred out of their collective asses.
I really
so
hope
they can see the light of day and see another Capcom franchise that is beloved by game.
And then recognize it for that, because, oh god, we didn't reach the price quota with two of our crappiest games in history. Now I know I defended RE6, which is really not that bad, especially when stacked up next to the turd popsicle that is DMC. And you know what I like the best? Do you know what's the only thing I like about DMC right now, as of right now, is that how many reviewers who are defending that shit, who were defending it when it first came out, y'all are getting mad because it's the bandwagon, and now they're like, no, it sucks. It's okay, you know, I will, oh shit, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I might as well, you know. I have already told it to my coworkers, and I've told it to my friend Ace. In fact, right now is the time to engineer some of that sweet, sappy music, Ace. Yeah, that one. I hate with a pure and utter force. I hate tangibly. And it's very hard to make me sway from something that I hate. But I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. And Macklemore, I was wrong about you.
I got $20 in my pocket.
Shut up, Ace! No, it's not even like I like the song. I just really like the Fan Appreciation Day, the pizza party. I like the unconventional people he had in the music video Thrift Store. The R. Kelly rip was that's when I lost my heart to Macklemore. It was the guy, the R. Kelly with the bed sheets and the mask. Piss. That was awesome. But you know, I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. I'm man enough to admit, yeah, I've changed my position, but this is why. Much like I'm not just gonna hate. I'm gonna tell you why I hate as comprehensibly as I can, because while I'm hating, I'm probably gonna be very incomprehensible. But strong. But then you got like these reviewers and whatnot. I don't mean like any big names, although I'm certain there's plenty of those too, that are now turning around saying, yeah, DMC's crap. But you know, DMC isn't even a speck. It's not even fucking space dust from another dimension compared to the compared to the sun that is God Hand. And Gungrave Overdose is the moon. Yeah. So there you have it, folks. 10. The reasons why are fanboyism, not defended, but just put out there. We don't need to defend fanboyism about this fucking game. This game is excellent.
I know we've been waxing poetic about this game for a good few minutes now, but seriously...
Since Season 0!
But seriously...
Shit.
I will admit...
Your DualShock controller's off.
I will admit to fanboying hard over this game. But I will also admit to having my days where I can actually dial back the fanboyism back over that brink to where it's just passion for games that are this fun. Games that are this challenging yet still rewarding. Fair.
Oh, don't you also get, like, when you beat the game or when you beat certain levels, don't you get, like, cards with Olivia on them?
Yes.
I thought you could also get cards with Jean on them.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it's kind of equal opportunity in that sense. I mean, and remember I was saying earlier, I bet there's stuff we're forgetting. There you go. There's just, this game is a game that gives. It is fun, and ultimately, that is why we play games. To have fun. To have fun with friends. I mean, hell, the memory that Ace shared. It wasn't like he was just up late at night. No.
No, I wasn't up late at night on zombie status.
Some people woke up to that shit that day. I was on the computer. Ace is on the PS2. I'm looking over every now and then. And then I realize what's going on.
And then, oh wait, it's daylight.
And then everybody starts egging him on. And like, that's just why you play your games. And fuck everything. Maybe you do play games alone, but this is still going to be a game that is going to evoke that moment for you. Whether it be any of the moments we spoiled, or you'll find moments on your own. Hell, maybe you'll have a fucking psychotic time fighting what's-her-face, the succubus. I don't even remember her name. I barely remember Elvis's name. I don't remember the other two guys' names. Somebody was named Ashram or whatever. But suffice it to say, this game is fun. Now, we usually have... Speaking of which, we usually have shout-outs, but honestly, we've got the credits page going on instead, so check your shout-outs in the credits page. If we haven't given you a shout-out or credit, let us know, motherfucker. Elvis is in the building. Yeah, that's the one I was going to open for. That guy on a little string, a little lane.
So you know what? We'll just go ahead and say...
No, Mighty Number 9.
Oh.
Have you added the Kickstarter link? Okay, so Mighty Number 9,
there's numerous links to the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter, which has already, like, crushed numerous stretch goals.
So, you know, if y'all do want to be part of history, I would even say, I don't even like Mega Man that much, but I respect what's going on here. Give me a moment.
Elvis, what happened?
Oh, damn. So suffice it to say, Mighty Number 9, you can certainly find it. You've certainly heard about it from everyone else. If you're following us, you're probably following other reviewers who have certainly talked about it. So ultimately, there you go. You know, I'm actually, I don't want to get sappy or emotional here, but the big man, that bastard from Bellingham, I'm actually glad we did this. I am glad we did this at the time that we did it, on the date that we did it. I'm glad the stars aligned, and even if something happens and we have to redo this video, I'm quite happy with what I've seen, what we've done, and what's going on here. And hopefully y'all out there understand why this is our litmus test with every other video game out there. So when we say a video game sucks, Hayes, we gotta play that sometime. It doesn't, Hayes doesn't really suck, it's just it has its issues. When we play a game and we say this game lives up to the God Hand standard, now you know what we bring in, now you know what we packing. We packing heat.
That map.
That song. Speaking of which, play that funky music, black boy.
Until next time, you guys. Thanks for taking this trip down memory lane with us.
Oh, hey, when he gets a chance, though, check out Salty Runback Review. You know what I mean? There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more than just this game that catches your interest. Ace.
Oh Jesus, you know it.
So sometime when he gets that show produced, you guys can take a little trip. Hey, pack your mind. Except instead of looking forward, we're gonna look straight up behind.
Hey, sometimes the best trips are all about where you've been, not where you're going.
Yeah.
But look into the future again. Next week, remember me? Get ready for that one. Until then,
hey,
it's Blazing Ace Nelson.
I'm that bastard. We're the Hooliganz, and you're not.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.
And now, to play us out.
Got a demon, what am I? It's time for me to choose my path. The power of my God hand, no evildoer will get past. Hand to hand or fist to fist, kick the nuts or twist your wrist. God power keeps my pimp hand strong, so trust me or you won't last very long. Dragon kick your ass into the Milky Way. Milky Way. Don't act like you don't like the Bulbasaur. My arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, the summon of the powers of the God hand. I lost a limb in a fight, but don't worry, babe, I'll be cool. The ultimate power of a god is now my secret tool. My defenses are impregnable. My style is impetuous. If it's too much, I'll grovel at your feet. I beg for mercy when I feel the heat. Jaw-dropping attacks from my roulette wheel. Apocalyptic beatdowns from the God Hand. My arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, a summon of the powers of the God Hand. Everybody wants a piece, who's next, don't be a fool. Hyperactive fighting styles so slick they will make you drool. The God hand helps me work out my stress. It's overpowering, I must confess. The only person who it doesn't work on is the girl who got me into this Olivia. Slicing through thugs with my shockwave. Shockwave! More beheadings than a guillotine. Head slicer. Head slicer! My arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm. I summon up the powers of the Godhead!